Yeah, but the problem is that the problem I have anyway is, yes, you mentioned those moments when we've seen them being affectionate before, but that was genuine and spontaneous. This looked like it was scripted. It made me feel uncomfortable because I felt as though it was kind of put on. It didn't seem natural. So,
is it a bit too Sussex-ish?
Yeah. So I think that they're almost trying to out Sussex the Sussexes, aren't they? Which is not a good place for them to be.
I mean, to be fair, this doesn't look out of place in comparison to Oprah Winfrey and Netflix, does it? And Spare, this is like, oh my goodness, by comparison. Yeah. Beyonce's just texted, this looks quite reserved. Harry and Meghan, though, wonder what they're thinking in Montecito. Wonder what Meghan is saying to Harry. Oh my God, if we had produced this video, we would have been castigated by the British media. It's so unfair how William and Kate are treated so differently to you and me, Harry. Wouldn't she?
She might.
Because we would have castigated them if they had produced this.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm not going to do a Prince Harry impression.
Oh, go on.
No, sorry. But because it would involve probably him swearing at me, which is my...
yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Meghan. We'll do our own video in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that they don't want to be trying to outdo the Sussexes. You know, their strength is that they should be above all that. They shouldn't be trying to be this sort of Instagram, perfection. I go back to my original point. I know, but
to appeal to the youngsters.
I know, but I go back to my original point. If it's about cancer, why is she not using that platform to A, thank the people who've treated her by showing them, and B, show people that, look, I've been through what you may be going through. Here's me, whether it's just her taking a tablet or, whatever, just something that shows you that she has been through this, rather than here's me walking through a wheat field looking like the perfect family.
We'll get on to reader responses in just a moment. One Gen Zer, my 15-year-old daughter, had a bit of a surprising response because I thought she'd like the whole instant nature of it all. Just going to read out a little message. That video was quite cheesy and a bit awkward. Like, yes, it was very sweet, but also just really weird, like filming her leaning on a tree and looking into the distance. I don't know. It's just like this. You're in real life, not a film.
Yeah,
I'm saying that verbatim. She's going to hate me for it if she listens to this.
It was awkward. She's right. And I asked quite a few of our colleagues earlier, all of whom are younger than me, obviously, what they thought of it, thinking they might all say, oh, it was great, wasn't it? Touchy-feely. And more of them didn't like it than did.
Look at the division in the Telegraph readership, as is ever the case.
Yeah.
Mrs. Wake, a beautiful video showing the value of having a loving family to support you through the hardest of times. This is the princess's story presented the way she wanted it to be, full of hope, joy and gratitude, with an underlying message that she is not through the woods yet.
Meanwhile, somebody who's written in anonymously says, I understand why they're doing this, but I consider it highly regrettable, as I expect they do. The viewing tastes and demands of the public have become excessive and immodest. We should not need to see anyone else cuddling and kissing, and if they feel they need to show us, then they do so on the understanding that we are voyeurs. We should not be.
Brackets. G. Raider.
Okay, all right. Maybe.
You can check out the video and indeed all the coverage of it, including a piece that I have written.
If people are just listening to that audio clip, they would probably think, yeah, that's nice. Listening to it myself just as audio, I've got no problem with it. The problem I have is with the images. So anybody who, for people who haven't seen it, the clip has lots of footage of William and Kate and the children, some clips of them playing cards with her family as well. Lots of slow-mo, lots of them cuddling, lots of them lying on the ground together,
adorable,
walking through a wheat field in slow-mo, and I didn't like it at all. I felt it was the wrong way of going about it. I think that what she is saying is very impactful, and as I said, I think that's fine. Everything she's said about cancer is right. But why, if she wants to reach out to people who have been through the same thing. Why are we not seeing any cancer nurses? Why are we not seeing maybe her meeting some cancer patients? Why are we not seeing some footage of her receiving treatment, which would be really, striking? And
because it's a vision of hope. It's looking forwards, not backwards. She's there as a mum. She's a royal. She's a wife. You're reacting like this because, let's be honest, you are the Princess Anne of the Telegraph. Okay, you are. Keep calm, carry on.
If you say so.
Hardworking. You don't like the emotional. You don't like the Wizard of Oz curtain being ripped from this family.
No, I don't. I think that the one of the biggest strengths for the royal family is their mystique, and I think that if you give away too much of that mystique, it lessens them.
But they've always been depicted as being very